Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach about Spring Security. Spring Security is a most essential part of the software development. So what is the meaning of security? If you have a house, there is a door. Why we make the door of the house? For the security purpose. The same thing we are applying the software. It's called as security. Right, so we are dealing with the spring, so spring security, right? When you dealing with the client, that client not deal with you, I need a security, right? You are the person of the developer of the system, so you have to make the security of the system, right? So how to make the security? Right, first we have create the Spring Boot project. So we have to go to the Spring Initializer. Right. Okay, so I already taught about how to create the project of Spring Boot application. So go to the respective website. You have to select the project Maven, Java, language Java. You have to get this Spring Boot application. These things we have to get it, right. You don't get the select as a snapshot, right? These are the beta version. You have to select the lowest one, right? After that, we have to select the Java version 70, right? This is the latest one, so it will be supported everything, right? Now here we have a to artificate. We have to do it as security. Security. You have to write Spring Security. Anything you have to give the name artificial Spring Security. Spring Security, right? This is very essential stuff, right? Now you have to select as a jar file. Here you have to select as here as a Java version. Now we have to going to add the dependency as well. So what are the dependencies we need? First, I'm going to add the dependencies as web. This is must. Web dependencies. After that, I'm going to add another dependency which is a JPA. It dealing with the SQL query. So after that, so we have to dealing with another thing is here security. This is the dependency we are going to install. Right, Spring Security. Right here, customize the authentication purpose. Right, so authentication purpose you have to get the Spring Security. Right, so after that, MySQL. Right, these are the dependency we need in order to configure Spring Boot application. Right, now let's generate the project. Right, here it will be our script file is configured successfully. I just open it. I'm going to cut off this one. I'm going to make it a F drive. I'm going to make the folder which is a Spring Security projects. Here I'm going to paste it. Right, now I'm going to extract the file inside this folder. Right, now I'm going to open the project in my IntelliJ IDEA. So go to the file. Here I have to open here my folder which is a F drive. No, F drive Spring Security. What is the project we have given the name? Spring Security project. Spring Security project. This. You don't open this file folder. Open inside this folder here. Spring Security, Spring Project, Spring Security, Security. Inside here, Spring Security this file. Okay, don't open this one. Oh, this is a Spring Security project. This folder, which name is inside this project folder. I have created a Spring Security project. Inside this one here, this is the file you have to open. Trust project. This file, right? Okay, you have to open that. This is must. Right, now you open the project successfully. Right, you have to wait until all the Maven dependency get in. So you can see the taskbar here. The dependency is configured. Right, it takes some time to configure the project. Right, it's configured successfully. Now what I'm going to do is here. Now it's configured successfully. Go here. This is the folder structure. Right, SRC. You can see all the files. There's a main file. Okay, this is your main method is there. Right, now what I'm going to do is you will be able to see. Go to my resources, application properties. Here, this all thing I already discussed my Spring Boot application beginner tutorial, right? So this is the our Spring application name. I'm going to give this name as Spring Security. But don't worry, this all the code I provide you. You can able to put your project, right? Which port you are going to running. I'm going to change the port as 8089. Right here we have to create. This is a database creation part. Right, the database driver. We have to deal with the MySQL driver. We get in this form file. We have this all the dependency we have to install. Security, web, MySQL connector, right? All the things we have done it, right? The same thing you have to give on the MySQL connector. Your MySQL is going to reside on which? On localhost. This is the localhost port. I'm going to name this one as a something. Name I'm going to write SBS. That is my database name, right? This is a user credential of your MySQL database. MySQL, I have installed the MySQL workbench. While I'm installing the MySQL workbench, I have given the username as root, password as root123, right? After that, you have given the JPS codes, right? This is a JPA job. Okay, you don't this one all the things are don't write it. You just copy and paste it. But you have to done these things. But this is must when you are dealing with the Spring Boot application, right? Now what I'm going to do is, right? You have to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this project. I'm going to create the controller. So this is my class example security. I'm going to select this package. I'm going to create another package controller. Here I'm going to create a new controller, which is a right here whatever name, right? You have to create a controller with classes employee controller. Whatever name, you can give any name, right? Okay, I just create the example of employee controller. Right. Here, this controller, you can see here, the controller consists of REST controller. After that, request mapping, here you have write request mapping. You can write the URL /API/ v1 mean version. You have to write the employee. You have to write like this. After that, you have to write the cross-origin. But when you're dealing with the API, this cross-origin is must. But this is your API request. Right, where the port is running, this is the port. Where the server is running, this is the URL. You made it. Right. Now I'm going to create the method. How to create the method? We have to use public string your name is get employee details. Open and close bracket. Right. Okay. You have to create the controller. Right. Now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to create the return. You have to write employee. You have to write employee details. I just give this message as employee details. Right. Now here, this is we have to call the method, which is a get mapping. Right, get mapping. You have to write here as employee details, something like that. When the request is coming, it will open. What is this one? Right? Click on this one to add the model. Right, perfect. Right. Now what I'm going to do is here. Now if you run the application, you will be able to see here. If you run the application, you can see what happened is I have made this Spring security as well. You can see the security also applied. You will be able to see here. This is the parser of the security. It will be applied successfully. This is the use parser. Okay. Right. So if you go to the postman dealing with this one, you will be able to see this is the example, right? Spring security. This is the thing. This is the things you must follow, right? If you apply the password, you can see, right? Now I'm going to my port is which running is 89 port. The get request API. This one should be employee. Dismiss, right? Say get right employee slash employee details. Is it correct or not? We'll check employee details when the request is coming. Employee details. Now let's run the application. But here nothing happened. What are the things? Why it's not getting any output yet? Because we have applied the REST security. If you get the answer, so what you are going to do is go to the authorization. Here you will be get the answer. Okay, so this is the purpose of the security. Okay, so you haven't get the answer. Okay, if you are write the API employee details, you have to get the answer as employee details. This is the answer we have getting. Okay, so here this is the answer we are getting. We are written, right? When the request is coming, API version employee v1 version employee slash employee details, I have written this answer. So here go to the type of the authentication or authorization. Here you have to there are many various types there. So if it is a JWT, you have to write the bearer token. Now at the moment we are using the basic one. So the basic auth you have to select the default username as a basic auth. User is a default username, right? If you change the username, it won't work. Rather at the basic auth, the default username is user. Password as what is the password when you run the program, it will be automatically generated. Here when you run the project, the password, the security password is automatically generated. Now we have to copy this password back to your postman. You have to paste the password into the password text field. Right here, if you show this is a password. Now you again run send. Here you can getting the output as a employee details. It has been printed successfully. Right? So here, if your password is wrong, here if you are wrong, here nothing should be there, right? So this is the Spring Security basic auth, right? I hope you guys you understood the things well. What is the purpose we are creating the Spring Security, right? This is a day one. In my next video, I'm going to start with how to put the security in our code, and we will be explaining. Thank you for watching.